Today we're going to talk about the importance of bow movement. Very, very, very important. So, first point I have written down here is the breath of the violinist. When someone sings, their voice is totally unique to another singer. The right hand for the violinist makes them unique compared to another violinist. This is very, very important. Anybody can put their fingers eventually in the right spots. That's what we're practicing to do. But whatever you do with the right hand is going to make you unique to somebody else. It's going to make you sound really good or not so good. So these 4 points I have written down are tips to improve that sound. So the first thing is bow speed. Some people, this totally varies from player to player. Some people don't use enough speed, some people play way too fast. So let me show you, or explain to you the cons and pros of both. Playing too fast. If you play too fast, you're not using enough bow, and when you start to have stuff that's real slow and romantic, you're going to be so used to playing it so fast that it's not going to sound very good. So getting to the tip and just, right in that moderate speed is very important. The other thing, if you play too slow, you're not going to get a very good tone, because the slower the bow goes, the worse it's going to sound. You get some of that kind of crunchy sound. So this is a good speed to go at. So those will be like quarter notes. So that's a good average tempo to go at. So that's very, very important. Another thing that's really important is bow direction. Now, if you ever go to the symphony and watch, the symphony play, notice how all their bows are always going in the same direction. It takes practice to get used to doing that in the right way. So notice in the Violin Tutor Pro series, I do have bowings written in. Now, always at the start of each phrase, you're always going to start down bow. Now, if you make a mistake, instead of continuing, that's going to backwards your bowing. So make sure that you start over at the beginning of a measure, or even at the beginning of the song, to make sure that your bowing is correct. Or watch, for those ups and down bows. Very important. Next thing is your transition. So to sound the best at this point, it's all about how you're changing into the next direction. So let's say I'm going this speed. You want to go that same speed coming this way if you have another quarter note. So part of it is just being relaxed with your hand, being real flexible. I see so many people go so fast, stop, and then go fast again, like that. So it's just keeping a constant flow of music coming out. And that's all about transitions. And it gets a little bit harder when you start crossing strings, right? So this takes practice. Last thing we're going to talk about is setting yourself. I see a lot of students in my studio not set the bow down before they start. This also goes when they lift their bow. So this is what they might do. They might go, gotta get that bounce at the beginning. So really make sure you get in the habit of setting your bow and getting ready to play with a good tone right off the bat. Set. Set. Just like that. So those are all very important points to think about. I would write these down and have them by your music stand, just so you're remembering, these important things, because everyone wants to sound good, and sometimes you don't know why you're not sounding good, but it's most likely one of these points. So hope that helps.